Well, hello everybody. It's Rhino and Steve here. Sorry I
guys.
introduced you.
That's okay.
Where are we though? Tell
We're
us.
in Epcot for the Festival of the Arts. I just spit all over you. I'm
You
so
sure
sorry.
did.
Festival of the Arts, the first day ever for this festival, so it's pretty exciting.
Yeah. There was a fun topiary, not topiary. What would you call that thing at the opening of the park that greeted us? I don't know. Like where the food and wine sign is. Now they've got the Festival of the Arts version of that. So, and then behind us, big surprise, they've got topiaries, and there's a Figment one here. So, I'm sure Kathy's dying. So we don't really know what to expect from this, do we?
No, yeah, I'm kind of excited. I think it's gonna be good, but I don't know. We'll have to see.
You picked up a passport that has some photos of some really interesting, delicious-looking food here. So this is going to be
donuts. My unhealthiness.
He's got his eyes set on those. Yeah. Expectations versus reality, though. So hopefully those actually end up looking like that.
Although this Pop-Tart thing, I'm like, what? That's just Pop-Tarts.
They're painted by artists. So we're going to check those out, see what kind of art's around. But looking at this book, it actually looks like a little bit more than I expected. But I don't know yet. We don't know really what to go. It's weird to be like the part of the first one.
Usually we come to like Flower and Garden or Food and Wine or like one of the parties or something, and I like go in knowing like, okay, I got to do this, and this. Yeah. Like I know what I'm expecting.
And this feels a little more like I don't know.
So hopefully I do a good job.
The rest of the team apparently is going to meet us here. I know Craig and Corey are at a media event right now, so they'll pop in eventually too. So we are going to head on in. It's almost 11 o'clock. We're going to walk up to World Showcase. Maybe see what there is for food up there and what art they've got. So if you're wondering, there is an annual pass holder exclusive merchandise shirt here that Steve is modeling for us. He's wearing a medium right now, and he wanted the large.
What if it shrinks?
Look how big it is. He's a crazy person.
I also love how it's
Oliver's here. Oliver's here, by the way, too now.
Just introducing me. I also love how he's coordinated it with his whole outfit. Yeah. Sneakers and all. Like,
the sneakers, too.
I got the blue.
Wow.
Well, I didn't mean it to go all blue today, but...
I'm blue, I'm a D, I'm a dime, a D. Oliver matches, too. I'm wearing blue, too. Oh, my God. We're all wearing blue.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you're looking for this annual pass holder merchandise, you can find it in Innovation West. It's the same area where they had the Food and Wine annual pass holder merchandise. We picked the worst place to start recording this too, because they brought the kitchen people back that just bang on trash cans and things. So we're moving on. Moving on. Okay, we're walking into World Showcase. We found Kathy Whirling of the podcast. And when we were walking by the stage there, they have a high school jazz band playing, which is really nice. There were some living statues out front that were
moving.
Yeah, they were very mobile. Yeah, so I was like, I don't know if I get this, but and now we're walking up to World Showcase, and I already see the first themed booth here, and I'm gonna go take a picture next to it because I feel like they robbed me of an icon over here, and you'll see in a second.
An icon?
What do you mean? Not an icon,
logo.
Symbol? Logo. I am an icon. The logo of the show.
Speak for yourself.
I did. I'd like to point this out. Like, Disc Pop has been so successful that we've branded into food items now.
I'm seeing what they have.
My phone went right into
I should have brought like a little fancy tablecloth for the garbage cans.
What do you think, Steve?
That's okay. It's yummy, but it's just a lot of sugar. Like, most of it is the frosting, and then it's a very thin layer of sugar cookie.
Your flavorless sugar cookie with some icing on top.
A lot of icing.
It's just like different forms of sugar. I'm not gonna lie, I don't like this at all. Like, this is, and it's rare I'll say this is too much sugar. Like, yeah, I'm not enjoying it. I'm gonna eat some more anyway.
Yeah, this one hurts my teeth. But it's like, it does look like it's a really thick layer of icing. But I'll call over. I eat it anyways. So the next stop we found was Decadent Delights, and that's as you're heading toward Canada. We got the deconstructed sweet potato pie. We have run indoors because it started raining as soon as they gave us the food.
Classic Florida.
This, yeah, for real. It is very good looking, but well, I don't know what it's going to taste like. I have no clue, and it was $6.50, so we're going to see whether it holds up. Yeah, but it also took a while to plate, so this one's not a quick grab and give you. It takes a minute. So I think one of us is gonna act as a table, and we'll have to go from there because there's nowhere to eat now.
Interesting.
I actually quite like that. It's not overly sweet. It's got a weird texture. Feels like something out of a Dr. Seuss book because it's purple.
Yes.
But no, I quite like that.
I think if it were the color of normal, was it pumpkin pie?
Sweet potato pie.
Sweet potato pie. If it were that color, it wouldn't throw me off as much, but the fact that it's purple is like throwing my brain for a loop.
I think you need some of the crunchy with it.
After like I've had a bite and let it sit for a little, it's pretty good. It's different. It's unique. It definitely won't be for everybody, especially texture people out there, I think. But it was a little reminiscent of pumpkin. Steve was saying, Katie said it. Like it's all got a little bit of, I don't know. It's unique for sure. $6.50.
I don't know. I wouldn't recommend it.
Oh, I would, yeah. See, because
Oh,
it's so
I
different,
thought it was good.
it wasn't bad enough not to eat. It was very
Really?
tasty. I thought it's just different.
Yeah, it was
I just
different.
thought it
Just
was
close
like-
your eyes when you're
Yeah, it was like too weird. It like
But
messed
this
with
is-
my brain.
Yeah, said
This
the
is the
chicken
guy
nugget
that-
cheeseburger
yeah,
guy who
like
thinks
he
lettuce
eats
and
that
tomato on a
lettuce
cheeseburger is
I
weird.
watched the Universal show yesterday. I heard you guys talk about me. Yeah, no. I like good things.
Adventurous people, give it a try.
Okay, so I got the trio of savory croissant donuts. There is a whipped herb cream cheese with sea salt. I think that's this one. There's the chicken mousse with fresh herbs and everything seasoning. I'm assuming that's the middle one. And then the last one is spicy tuna with sriracha mayonnaise and sesame seeds.
Ooh.
So lots of flavors going on. But I'm excited to try them. See, I do like things that aren't plain.
Kathy, what'd you get?
This is Figment edible chocolate, but the colors are wrong.
No purple.
Yeah, no purple. And I don't
yeah.
think Figment likes blue M&Ms either.
Saying that though, they are your primary colours. Red, blue and yellow, so you should mix them together to make purple.
I don't have time when I'm creating a masterpiece to mix the colors.
Did you put that together? Is that a puzzle?
Yes, it is.
She solved the puzzle. It was figured.
Yes.
Hey, there you go.
You go, Kathy.
Kathy.
Now there's, okay.
Hey!
Okay, that's more like Figment.
Look at that.
Leave it to crafty Kathy.
Yep, smearing icing all over the place.
So I think the consensus was that the croissant donuts were not worth it.
Fail. For $9.50. I mean, the middle one I could barely even eat. I hated it
That
so
was the
much.
chicken salad one. Another
Yeah.
listener came by and told us that one wasn't good either. I liked the tuna one, but I didn't like it enough to be like, oh, I'm getting this whole thing again.
I like the just
The
cream cheese with
Yeah.
sea salt. I
Yeah.
thought that one was good.
That was the only good one. Out of the three, that was the only one I'd eat again. The other one, the chicken one, tasted like something you clean the bathroom with because they'd put too much like lemon stuff in there. And the one on the far right, the tuna one, was completely tasteless. So, but the other one was good.
And now Kathy, what?
Also, I don't really see how this was like art themed at all.
I think it's just like deconstructed food and presentation. Some of them make sense as like they're a palette and they're whatever, but the others are like,
This one's like they just
just
ran
wanted to give
out
you an
of
offering.
ideas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But Kathy over there is doing some adult finger painting. She's found herself a Figment puzzle white chocolate thing that you can get here at the Painter's Palette, and she's getting into it. She's diving in. She was upset they didn't have purple, so she started mixing it and making it herself. She's coming out pretty
About
good.
the best you're ever going to see of me doing Figment.
We're here at the E=AT² booth, and there's some interesting stuff on the menu. Reuben, BLT, Cobb salad, another Figment chocolate puzzle thing. But I think the BLT has caught our eye. It's $6.50. We're not sure what to expect, but we're gonna go and we're gonna check it out.
It looks like there's like an egg on it or something. So.
I'm on board with anything that's got eggs on it, so let's check it out.
This is not what I was expecting. Oh gosh.
Go ahead, dive in. Here he goes. Here he goes.
Oh gosh.
See, to me, this egg looks like it might be on the runnier side, like the white isn't cooked as well.
That's actually super good though.
I think this so far is my favorite thing that we've eaten today. I think it's very breakfast oriented. It feels like, and it's probably just because of the runny egg, but it, you know, this was cool. I hope for another one of these interesting things.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, so one of the things we've noticed as we're going around is that all of these foods seem to take quite a bit of time to plate, because as you can tell from our BLT over here, is they're very beautifully plated, but like this, it's hard to keep this mass
You're
produced.
waiting in line like an extra like 30 seconds per person because
Yeah.
they're like doing the little decorations on every plate.
Yeah,
Which
it's
I think is gonna run like, I think because of the first day the cast members have the patience to do that, but by like the last day of the festival they're just gonna be like squirting it all over, trying to like do it as quickly as possible.
as we're walking through today too, it keeps like raining off and on, and I feel a little bad for like the art booths that we keep walking by, because they have to keep closing up, and so their art's not like full on display or anything like that, and so it's a shame. It's a little bit of a shame, but it's cool. There are a lot of artists so far that we've seen, and we're just kind of moseying on by. Our next stop, El Artista Hambriento. Hambriento? I'm probably butchering that. And
I think that's right.
we are gonna get the chori queso, which is something with chorizo in it, and I am all about chorizo, so I'm excited for this one.
So good. Wow, it's hot too.
It's really hot. A little spicy at the end.
That is a good taco.
Yeah, it starts to kick in later. Although the shell tastes like one of those like frozen, like put it in the microwave type of
Yeah,
tacos.
The dollar store ones.
But the actual like seasoning and chorizo and everything, really good.
The thing that lets it down is what Steve said. That taco on the outside tastes like such a cheap taco. Yeah, it's a shame because the inside's awesome.
Kathy hates it.
Oh, it was wonderful. What would I know? I don't know good tacos from bad tacos. It was okay. I liked the heat.
She liked
part
the
was
heat,
good.
okay.
Yeah. Oh, it's spicy.
As we made our way around World Showcase, there was those folks that are at Disney Springs that paint the toms had a little booth in the China area, between China and Germany. And then once you get into Germany, there is another art booth, another merchandise booth, and we still haven't seen another food booth yet. So we're gonna keep moving down, but the rain seems to be getting worse, not better. So very wet today, but there were some nice picnic tables that were out here to sit on. I thought that's a nice addition all throughout Germany. They should maybe think about adding those in more places. However, I guess it bottlenecks anywhere that you really could, so I don't know. Smarter people than me need to make that decision. Cuisine classique? I don't know. But it looks like it's got some interesting stuff. I think we're gonna stop here, yeah?
Sure.
Okay, let's get in line.
What'd you get, Steve?
It is actually, it's something beef, but I actually don't remember what the name of it is. Beef short ribs? Yeah, so let me try it. That's my favorite thing. That's hands down my favorite thing that I've had here. It's like super, super tender. That like falls apart in your mouth. Super good. Let me try some of the potatoes with it. Not potatoes. I thought they were. And it's pretty good. The beef is amazing.
How much was it?
$7.50. So that I would definitely pay $7.50, even though it's like literally just two tiny little pieces of meat.
I got the port wine poached pear, $6 here. It is exquisitely plated. Again, this place took a while. I noticed that they were taking a long time. They're really taking their time with the plating and stuff like that, but everything comes out looking just beautiful. I really enjoy the port wine pear. It comes with vanilla panna cotta, some crushed up pistachio crumbs on it, and for only $6 you get a really big, I feel like a pretty decent portion of it, but it tastes like, I don't know, it's a good combination. As we're walking around the World Showcase, we've come across some fun photo opportunities, huh?
We have quite a few of them actually. I'll send you the stills so you can lay them over as we talk
overlay
about
them
it.
here, yeah.
Lay them over.
Lay them like
a fly.
delicate blanket. Yeah.
No, there's some fun ones in America that we've done. Some very history-inspired ones, and there's the Mona Lisa one, and the. Is it called Scream, the other one, where it was you and I together?
This like Screaming Ghost one here, and then I've seen some other ones along the way, so we'll have to stop and take some fun photos there. But yeah, so that's a nice touch. There is a booth in America called the Artist Table.
Previously known as, just a few weeks ago, the Holiday Table.
Yeah, so we're getting real creative with the American area here, but it says it's German and Dutch Renaissance masterworks inspired these delicious roast dishes. It's very similar to the last booth we just ate at near Germany. It's got an animal of the sea, an animal of the land. I guess that's really general, but
it has Melissa's produce.
yeah, it's
We
some
don't
girl
know
named
who
Melissa.
is, but
Share produce is on here as if it's a big deal.
Go Melissa.
Who are you, Melissa? So it's got roasted pork, remoulade, pancit scallop, and the jumbo cookie palette. It makes its way here as well. So there's not really anything. We're looking for another creative dish, so I think we're gonna pass this one for now, save it for another day, so onward. Okay, we are in the UK. We've made it pretty much all the way around. We got to... Oh, we found Corey and Craig too, yeah.
That wasn't me, that
Yeah.
was Craig doing a terrible English
Yeah.
accent.
Hello.
Hello, governor.
They were at a media event, so they were also pseudo-experiencing this event
You'll
as
see
well.
some of that.
Later. Anyway, so we have kind of walked around. The only booths we missed were the American table and the Canada booth, solely because the weather started downpouring. I just want to do a quick overall thoughts. I'm going to do Corey and Craig first, since they were separate. So what did you think, Corey?
All right, I think it's have different expectations. Don't come in this thinking it's the Food and Wine Festival or Flower and Garden Festival. It's have different expectations. Be a little bit more patient. The food items, they take them a little bit longer to make, but that's the point. They say you will wait for food, but they want you to see the food being made. So go in with that. Why's my color all crazy?
I just don't
But I
know.
think the food so far, I think the food is wonderful. It's great.
Craig?
Yeah, different event. Not necessarily bad. Just different is the best way to describe it. A lot of different food items, pretty good. The best thing I had today was the venison, which was literally out of this world. It was on the level of the lamb chop that you get at Food and Wine Festival.
What booth was that at? Do you remember? Pop? The Pop one?
That was
Pop
the
Eats.
Pop Eats,
Pop Eats, yeah. That was at Pop Eats.
Sponsored by DIS Pop.
Yeah, no, that's not accurate.
Not accurate at all.
I really didn't have any bad food items. I can say that. So it feels lacking. So for them to tout it as a festival, it's great. It just doesn't feel like a normal festival that you expect at Epcot. So if you think of it more as like Epcot Plus, then I think you'll be a little bit more in line for what you should expect here.
Oliver?
It's good, it's not great. This certainly isn't my favourite festival at all. Flower and Garden wins over this, as does Food and Wine, obviously. Saying that, the booths they have here in regards to food are very good. We've actually tried some nice things today, some different things as well. But there's just something lacking. Like when you're walking around, it feels like there is absolutely no atmosphere. This doesn't feel like there's a festival running. This just feels like there's a parade of idiots walking behind me right now, if you've noticed, and there goes the other. Oh no, that's oh no, that is Corey. Yeah, it just feels like there's something lacking, is all I'd say. So, yeah, it's not up to par with compared to what else they do. It feels like there's something missing. You can walk through two pavilions and see, and miss, not see, but completely miss stuff that they have to do with the festival because it's hidden away so much. So.
Yeah, I'll bounce in on that too, because we didn't see a lot of stuff until Craig and Corey joined us, and then we found like the hidden figments, and I didn't even know that there was stuff that you go to like the sit-down restaurants or the quick service restaurants, and similar to how the Food and Wine Festival in California Adventure is, like they have stuff that they've incorporated into their menu as well. Whether it was very thought out or not is another question, but
This is very important.
Yeah.
Because there are things in here that you, like if you're walking and you're not looking at your book, you will miss. So get one of these.
Definitely. I think it's kind of, I feel like this event has been almost manufactured to bring in revenue. I know that's kind of the aim anyway, but like there's certain things featured in certain countries that you see in the book that make you get in line to see them like you're going to buy something. Like in France, for example, they make you get in line to see like the pastry that they made. So it's, and you can see straight through, it's like, well, that's why they did this too,
yeah.
You know? And it's like, it just doesn't feel in good spirits. So I don't know, it's not my favorite event that we've ever had.
Steve?
Overall, I like the idea, and I think that in future years, if they continue to do this festival, I hope there's more. But I just felt the way it was done, they distributed most of the new fun festival activities towards the very front of the World Showcase. Almost like right before you get to Canada or Mexico, there's a lot there.
Yeah, I'll agree. It's very top heavy.
Yeah,
it's very entrance heavy.
When we first walked in, I said, "Oh my gosh, this is like, it feels like there's a lot more than any other festival."
Yeah, it was very like, oh, there's gonna be tons of stuff. Wow, I'm surprised.
Yeah, but then immediately after you left that area, you're walking through 2 or 3 countries that unless you use that passport, you don't even realize that the festival is going on. So if you keep in mind that you're gonna have to kind of look around and keep that passport out and ready to look for stuff, then it's a great festival. Otherwise, you know, it's just, I think it's because it's the first one, you kind of have to be patient with what's going on.
Yeah, I'll agree. I do think I didn't eat any bad food. I really enjoyed the food. I like the BLT the best, I think, is of what I had at the E=AT squared was really good. So make sure you check that out. I haven't seen any of the Broadway shows yet. Literally, our experience was just walking around World Showcase, eating food.
In the rain, too. I mean, this is day one. It rained, so there's a lot of things I think that were...
The first time ever,
inaugural
day one, yeah.
I mean, you can't really paint and do chalk art in the rain, so
well,
I think we missed a lot.
Yeah, and if you watch back to our like food and wine day one of this year too, we struggled on day one of that as well. So it's not like, it's not, and this is an inaugural event, so I'm interested in it because I really enjoy art and painting, and I'm not saying that you don't like it because you don't like that, but I like that there is another festival that now is like, so we've got kind of this artistic one, there's the flower and garden, and now there's the straight up just food and wine one, which seems now the least themed of all of them to me.
It's nice to see the Odyssey Center being used again.
Yes, yeah, absolutely, 100%.
I will say I felt a little bit disappointed in the amount of Disney art. There's plenty of art, but there wasn't, I mean, I think there's really only one Disney booth and a Star Wars booth.
Well, I'm going to say that too. A lot of the art booths don't have a ton of artists with them today because they were saying that they didn't want to book them on day one. They wanted to get the kinks worked out and then bring them for the later weekend. Yeah. So if you are coming, though, there are a lot of very, like, I'm a big fan of the Urban Mickey, the Hipster Mickey by Jared Maruyama. I always mess up his name. I always mess up his name. I'm so sorry. I met him. He's a super nice guy, too. And he's coming in February, so like I'm going to come back to this event. And it left me like wanting to kind of like try some more food. So for me, I enjoyed it. But I think the booths around here with like the really creative food should always kind of be here and always be like always trying.
The food is a work of art. I mean, they're not going to be able to do this like for food and wine and flower and garden because it does take time to make this food.
The plating,
but it is a work of art, no pun intended. And a lot of it is inspired by art. So they're creative with it.
Yeah. And there's a lot of events that they have going on. It just, for me right now, at least day one, and I'm sure it's because it's the first day of a new thing, it feels all over the place. So it's a little hard. Like when you come in, make sure you get your map, your times guide. Corey showed us the passport, all that stuff. That's going to be your best friend, and I think that's the way you can experience the event the best. So if you've been, or you're excited for going, or you're interested, whatever, leave some comments in the comment section below. We'll get to them. I'm curious what other people have thought. If you've been in whatever, what's your favorite thing? All that stuff. But that's it for now. We're gonna go home before it starts raining again. So. Hi, everybody.
Thanks, guys.
All right,